Funky. Funky, funky, funky. Well, hello my lovely nestlings and welcome to today's video where I'm going to play with a lot of new stuff. Because I actually sat down to film this morning with a Catrice palette. The doorbell rang and I got a box. Let me show you what was in the box. Yes, so I have a lot of newness. A lot. I did film the unboxing for my vlog channel that I will kind of chat about maybe a little bit. Because yeah, I'm also starting a vlog channel. It's, as I'm filming this, not done yet, but it will come very soon. So I have at least pulled some stuff that I'm going to play with today. I am kind of debating a tiny bit about the eyeshadow palette that I want to play with, because I got 11, well actually 12 eyeshadow palettes. I got one that I already had, and I got one of the e.l.f. bite-size one, but she also sent me a lot of e.l.f. stuff that's in a separate basket because I want to do a full face of e.l.f. Yeah, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm 45 from the Netherlands, hence the accent. And if you love makeup just as much as I do, if you want to learn how to be fabulous, especially in your 40s, if you want to have fun again with makeup and want to be inspired by unusual color combinations, and if you are slightly orcish like me, basically olive, I'm going to make it a thing. The hashtag slightly orcish. I'm going to make it a thing, honestly. But if that's you too, then this is definitely the channel for you. Subscribe, ring the bell, ring my bell. Never mind. Become part of my nestlings because we are having a blast here on the internet. Yes. Oh yes. And I also need to show off my new coffee mug. Oh, naughty finger. Yeah. It's just, yeah. As I said, I filmed the entire unboxing for my vlog channel, and I need to get cracking on making my vlog channel happen as well. I already have 3 videos for it, so yeah. Just to kind of clarify, but don't feel obligated that you need to send me anything. If you want to send me anything, make sure that it is because you want to send anything. Does that make any sense at all? So what I have decided, because she sent me 2 foundations, one from Sharon, which is I think depth wise okay, but it is maybe a little bit too cool, but that's okay. That is okay. I am light warm olive and I am used to mixing anyway. This is the shade Fair Lady T5, which looks, again, depth wise looks to be maybe a tad too dark, but that's okay. I can always lighten it up. But the one that I really want to try is this one from Natasha Denona. I've been eyeing this foundation for quite some time. This is 4-1 yellow, shade Sable. Because of the frosted glass, I cannot really see if it's too dark for me or not, but we will see in a minute. It is a yellow based one, which is fine because I can mix in a blue color corrector to get it olive. So I have that one. And yeah, I need to... She sent me one of these. This is in the shade Queen Bee, and it has been in my wish list for ever since it released. So I need to use this one. And if you... Let me show you that. So I need to use this one. I also have some stuff from Winky Lux, which is so cute. I have a lippy, but I also have a whipped primer. It's very interesting. And I have an eyeliner, so I want to try that as well. I also got this one, the NYX Brow Glue, that I want to try. And I use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen thingamajiggy. You also sent me a brow pencil that I'm going to try. See if I like this one. I swatched it and it looks maybe a tad too warm. It's in the shade, what is it, taupe, but that's okay. There are a few brands here that I have been eyeing for quite some time, and one of them is Kraken Cosmetics. And you sent me this palette from Kraken Cosmetics. This is the Survive the Night palette, and this is the color story. Now, Kraken Cosmetics, they make smaller batches. If I'm not mistaken, it is all mineral based eyeshadow, but I think the colors are just stunning. So I kind of wanted to use this one today, and it goes with my t-shirt. And below that it says "Ew people," but I'm already color matched, so I don't have to change anything. I don't have to change. But yeah, I also really want to try this one, the Sugar Pill. Honestly, everything that's here, I really want to try it. It's just, yeah, thank you. so much. I'm going to start with priming my face. It's going to be a long video. Yeah, I'm telling you in advance. I will kind of try to cut out as much as possible. I am going to leave everything that I used today down below in the description box. But I'm going to start with a primer, which is the Winky Lux whipped cream primer. I've never ever tried a whipped cream primer before. So it doesn't really smell like anything. So this is what it looks like. What I'm actually going to do, I have a spatula here that I'm going to use to just grab some and just, I don't know how much I need. Oh, this feels nice. This feels nice. Now I already have my skincare on and my sunscreen, but this feels like it's kind of giving me a slip. Feels nice. Okay, usually what I do then is brows, because I usually use something like this, a soap brow style product. But yeah, I don't really have to. So now let me brush up my. So I have tried brow glues in the past, but my brows are very rambunctious and they just don't want to stay put. So the only glue that really held it in place was the one from Benefit, especially the wand. I love the wand from Benefit, and I still have the component somewhere if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Benefit is not cruelty free, so that's the trouble with my brow hair. I don't have a lot of brow hair. I don't have bushy brows. The overplucking in the 90s, that's what you get. Maybe I can brush them down first and then brush them up. I need a little bit of, yeah, I need to brush them down first so that I can kind of coat the hairs a bit and then brush them up. Okay, it feels a bit sticky, which, yeah, it needs to dry, right? So usually I do this, then kind of let them dry. This brow usually behaves pretty well. This brow though, not so much. Something like that. Let's let that sit. Let me get a concealer, but I also need a color corrector because I have pretty darkness. So let's do a color corrector a tiny bit. This is a peach from Makeup Revolution. It will probably warp the shades a bit, but I'm going to go with my Natasha Denona one. Oh, fancy Natasha Denona for the eye primer and for the foundation. This is the shade medium and it is pretty peach on me, but that is okay. I usually do my face first, but let's be fancy today. And usually also I tap over it with my fingers, but you see these, right? Oh, it's not. If you want to know how I did these, I have a video on it on my channel. I will link it underneath the cards if I don't forget. Looks like there are 4 mattes in the palette. So let's start with those and then we will see from there. I am grabbing a brush. I'm going to go to this shade first. And I have the names. The name is, let's see. The name is From the Fog. Which is the lightest matte I have in the palette, I believe. So I'm just going to use that very lightly in the crease on both eyes with a very fluffy brush. Oh, let me zoom you in as well so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, it'll be fun, right? A very light shade, but I'm also using it with a very fluffy brush. So let's use a brush that's a little bit more dense then. But I think it's just too close to the depth of my skin. I do see that it is a different color though, because when I swatch it, it's, I don't know, do they call that a taupe? It's very cool toned at least. Now I'm going to go to the shade Last Matte Pack, which is this one. Tapping off my brush. I'm going back into the previous shade. Just blend the edge a bit. let's make it a bit more vibrant. So I'm grabbing a brush that is denser. Still the same color. Cutesy. Okay, I'm going to, with the previous brush, go to the shade 12 AM, which is a tealy shade. It's a bluey teal shade, and on me it will probably pull a little bit more blue than teal. I'm cleaning the brush and then going back to the shade from the Fog, the first shade that I used, and I'm just going to blend out this edge a bit. Not that it really needs it, because they blend very, very effortlessly. Okay, then I'm going to vibrance it up a bit. It's not good English, I know. Then I'm going to go to the darker shade in the palette, which is called Dread. I'm going to darken up the outer corner and the crease of both eyes. It's a dark gray, so I can use them for both. And I actually love a pink and gray. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the darkest purple here, which is actually, I think it's a satin, and it's the shade called a Permadeath. But I'm grabbing it with this brush. It was a stunning shade when I swatched it. Let's see if I can make it a little bit less gray. I'm actually going to use it here as well, because it's a shimmer. It should work. And by the way, I can always blend blue and purple together, so. Okay, so I think this is kind of it for the mattes. Now I need to think about the shimmers. I think I'm going to start flipping. And I'm first going to the shade Coming After You, which is this one. Then I'm going to the shade below it, which is this one. And that one is called Jump Scare. It's a pretty shade. And then to Jump Scare. And these are dry, by the way. I haven't sprayed them. So let's do that. So let's grab the shade Jump Scare on the brush and then spray the brush. Never go into the shadow with a wet brush. Oh. Well, hello. Let's do that also on the other eye, but then with the shade that I used before, which was Coming After You. Oh, now I want to do a peachy salmon-y monochromatic eye look. Of course I do. Let's see, I want to use as many shades as possible. I'm going to go to the shade Permadeath next, which is the darkest purple that I also use, but now I'm going to use it more as a shimmer in the outer eye part area. Also spraying it. I'm going to go first to this one, which is called Shady Merchant. We'll just grab a little bit more eyeshadow. And then I'm going to spray it. Okay. And then I am going to go to the shade called Labyrinth, I believe. This one. Then I am going to go to the shade Sanity Meter, which is the one below that. I am going to go to the shade Hallucination. I think I have just one shade left, which is the shade called Skeleton Key. I'm loading up my brush, I'm going to spray it and I'm going to put it in the inner corner. Grabbing a little bit more pinkness for here to tie everything together a bit. And then a little bit of blueness there. I think it's fun. So I have done that. Yes. Let me grab eyeliner. Yes, let's try the one from, what's it called again? Winky Lux. Let's see. Can I get it out? Yes. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without my magnifying mirror. No. Let me do this. I'll be right back. Eyeliner's on. As you can see, it was a felt tip liner and went on nicely. I did have a little bit of bleeding, but honestly, I have that right now every time I do something. It wasn't that bad though, so it was actually better than the one that I have from NYX. Let's try the mascara, which is from Pacifica. It's called Dream Big. Instant length, lift and separation, volumizer, continuous rich color, 2-in-1 brush. Amplify with the natural plant fibers. Length and twist for volume. How do I twist? Oh, wait. Oh, it shortens it. Oh, that's funny. So, you can make it longer. And you can make it shorter. Sorry. Let's try it. Oh, I usually just do. Okay. Let's now try to shorten it in a minute. So basically to create a little bit of volume. Yes, so now I'm going to shorten it for the volume. Oh, that's the lengthen. Okay, let's try it again. Usually I wear falsies. I think it looks good. Well, you can see them, which is always good, right? Okay, let's go to the foundation. So let's see, it has a pump. Let's put it on the sheet. Oh, it's very liquidy. Wow. It's also very orange, and I think it's way too dark. But do I have a clean finger? Yeah, yeah, it's too dark, so that's okay. I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Glam Shop because I need to lighten it up first. And then at the same time, I'm also kind of oliving it up a bit. Okay, how's it now? It's a bit better, maybe a tiny bit of blue. And then I think we're good to go. Yeah, something like this. Okay, so I think this is then it. Where's my sponge? Here's my sponge. Okay, let's put it on the face. Now, please don't feel bad that the shade isn't correct. Wow, honestly, for myself, it's very difficult to find my correct shade online as well. It's just always a gamble. It's a pretty high coverage foundation, isn't it? And I honestly don't even think that they have an olive in this one, but I'm actually not sure. I almost look too green right now, or too cool toned. Could be that I just got the mixing wrong, that I should just have stopped when I mixed in a tiny bit of the Glam Shop. Could very well be that, but that's okay. Here. It's almost impossible to find a shade on that side. It's just, and you know, that's what I don't get. Then you're a makeup artist, but then your shade description is just, well, very not there on the side. Why? Why do I have hairs everywhere? Okay, let's go to creams then. I will try one of the blushes, and then the other one I will leave for that other video from e.l.f. because I want to try one. Okay, so first I'm going to use my Natasha Denona Nomad ABH bronzer. I know that I have the one from Melt as well, but it's I swatched it, it's very warm and golden, and I kind of want to bring it back to a peach a little bit, so I have here a brush. I'm just going to try it. Does it pick up? That would be nice if you pick up there. Oh yeah, it does transfer, but not a lot, which is good. And this is the shade Tahiti. Do I maybe need to use the sponge? Could be. Never used something like this before. Usually I use everything with a brush. But I think I can use a sponge as well. Maybe that's even better. Or a finger, but yeah, that's not really... It's not really handy for me. Okay, I want a little bit more. I think a bit of a sponge is nice for this. Or a denser brush. Let's do the brows. Let's see if I remember how to do this. It almost gives more of a shadow now that I see the difference. Now I can really see the difference between a pencil and the other thing that I use from NYX usually. It's more, this is almost more of a shadow instead of really single strokes, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's what the NYX one does, right? I'm not hating it though. I have used the pencil for years. Okay, let's let that sit for just a second, and then I kind of want to have a little bit of a glue back in the brow. Okay, what am I going to do next? I don't feel like I really need to set my face, but I kind of want to use the doll face. Let's use the illuminating face primer. Oh, that's pretty. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. Can I open it? No. Because I have claws. Oh, this looks so... Look how stunning. Oh, wow. This is so pretty. Okay, now I need to open up the other one as well. The matte one. Okay. So here's the matte. Let's use the matte one first and then the satin, because I can. So let's, I have the brush that I usually use to powder my face. Oh, I forgot my freckles. Oh, it is what it is. I don't need a lot of powder with this foundation, I already feel. I think that if you're oily, you will really like this foundation. If you're dry, I don't know. Maybe with a correct prep. Okay. So that was the matte. Now I want to buff over it with the illuminating powder. Do I though? Yeah, a tiny bit. Just a little here underneath my eye. Okay, I do want a little bit of freckles because I forgot my freckles and I want my freckles. If I can find my freckle pen. It is such a mess here on my desk, it's just not funny anymore. Yeah, here it is. I'm just going to use my Latte London freckle pen tint thingy. I just put a little bit of extra brow thing in my brow and then pushed it back down again because I like mine plastered to my head. Yes. I think I am going to do the melt and I'm going to swirl the melt. And I'm going to use one of these brushes. So let's see what happens. Yeah, this I like. Because now it turns it more peach. So it's a little bit... So I'm just going to go... I'm just swirling and then tapping. Let's go to the goldeny side. Just because I can. I want to. Just on the high points. I'm just basically fading it out a little bit. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab the doll face powder with the powder brush that I used, the bigger one, and I'm just going to buff over it. Okay. Yes, I also have a setting spray from Hard Candy, long wear setting spray, wears for hours with cucumber extract. Okay, lips are clean. Let's use the lip thing from LA Girl. Okay. And then we had, let's use the one from Winky Lux. It's almost too cute to use, honestly. So this is what it looks like with the kitty cat in the center. This feels like, it almost feels like a lip balm. Now I don't know if it's the thing that I have underneath or if it is just this. So I will keep on trying it. Yeah, I'm kind of missing my falsies. Let me put on my falsies and then I will be back. So here is the finished look. I did add falsies, as you can see, because I just feel naked without my falsies. I wear falsies so often that it's just me as well, you know. And these are the style Jean from AOA Studio, which are nice and flared, and I think that they complement the look very well because it's dramatic enough and still soft, you know. So it's going to be a long ass video anyway. Let's kind of go over everything that I tried quickly. The primer, let's grab it here. What was the first thing that I used? The primer. I like the primer, not underneath this foundation, but I do like the primer, and I'm very excited to try it underneath the other foundations that I have, especially the ones that are maybe a little bit more on the hydrating side, that I like to have kind of a pore blurring primer underneath, and I kind of feel that this can be it, but I'm going to try it out more. So this is basically first impression. First impression, I think I will really like it. You never know, but that's what I think. The NYX brow glue, I like it, but I feel like it stays a little bit too flexible for me almost. I like a brow that is plastered to my head, that does not go anywhere. And I feel that this kind of gives me a little bit too much, gives them a little bit too much freedom, but especially that one. However, I'm still going to try it out. I'm going to try it with my other products. I'm going to try it with the NYX pen that I usually use. I'm going to try it all kinds of different ways, so I am going to try it out more, but I think that if you like a flexible hold, you will really like it. Let's go to the pencil. I do like the pencil, but I know now that because I don't use a pencil a lot anymore, what I'm missing is those stroke effects. That's what I'm missing, but I'm actually happy that I have one that is in the correct color that I can use when I just really quickly just want to make my brows a little bit darker, but let them be their rambunctious self. Then yes, okay. And I'm going to try this out with the different products that I usually use as well. What else do we have? We have the foundation. Color wise, and that is not your fault at all, I was on the site, there is no shade description. It's very difficult to find a correct color in her foundation for me. This is too dark, a hint too dark. It is, when I put it on the sheet, it's a little bit orange, but I feel that if I mix in, maybe I need to mix in a minty green then instead of a blue, because I felt it turn a little bit too green. I felt it was a good color match when I mixed in the Glam Shop. But what I want to do from Glam Shop, this is the shade 1, Olive 1. I want to get Olive 0 as well, so I can use that to mix into my darker foundations, because the lighter it is, the less I need, you know, because I needed to thicken. This became thicker because I mixed in a lighter shade. When I look at it in the mirror, it looks cakey, but that is probably a combination of factors. So I think that with a different primer it's better, and the fact that I kind of need to mix in something to make it a little bit lighter. I am going to try it out because it does feel nice. It just looks a little bit cakey, but I just need to try it out a little bit more. So I am still going to play with this, and I will give you my verdict in, well, whenever I'm ready to give you my verdict, basically. What did I do then? The elf. It looks very pretty. Yeah, I think it's very nice if you can use your finger for it. But yeah, with the claws, it's just, my fingers are too long, but I can pick it up with a brush. I can also use it with a sponge, but I think that if I want to use a brush, I need a denser brush, which is fine. I know that now, and the next time that I will try one of these, I will use a denser brush. I think that the color is very pretty though, especially when I combine it with the melt. Yeah, it just transformed to something that's very perfect for me. That's what I go for a lot, and that's how I use a cream blush a lot of the time as well, because color wise for me, while I love this and I have been lusting after this for quite some time. It is pretty warm, even for me. I love the way that this looks, but combine it with something like this, especially in this color. I think the combination is very, very flattering. But this is, I don't know how often I will use it just because of the embossing, but I am definitely going to use it. Yes, let's go to the Doll Face Beauty then. It looks so pretty. The setting powder, it did its job. I cannot get the component open. It did its job, but I don't feel like it had time to shine with this foundation. So let's open them both up. I am definitely going to keep on trying these. Currently I'm trying the Glam Shop powders that I received or that I bought, but I am definitely going to try these out more as well. I love the way that they look. I love this as a subtle highlighter, for instance, something like this. So yeah, I like them so far, and I will keep on trying them with different foundations as well. Eyeshadow palette. This is a formula. It's more vibrant than I thought it was by just looking at the shadows. So it's more vibrant. It is still light, but it's also because they are, at least that's my thought, that it's because they are mineral based eyeshadows, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if this will turn ashy on a deeper skin tone. I actually don't think so, but I am not sure. So if you are deeper than me and you have tried Kraken Cosmetics, let me know down below. The shadows are very, very soft though. So you have a few mattes in here, and then the rest are more satins and old school shimmers that if you spray them, they are very, very nice and intense. These are very, very blendable. And they don't layer very well, and that is because they are so soft and blendable. So the next time that I will use this palette, I will use it with a primer underneath. They stay sticky for quite some time, and I will build it up differently. So instead of going from the lightest to the darkest with a formula like this, you need to go from the darkest to the lightest to get extra depth and dimension. If you want to know, I got it, but I think that if I use it differently and just really, you know, pack it on top of a very, very sticky base, it will be even more intense. And what I also really want to do is a look with this one and then with the darker purples. But I also will just play there. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. I'm very glad that I finally got to try it out, and the formula is as I thought it would be. Blendable, easy to blend. You can layer it as well, but if you want maximum, use a lighter primer, or a lighter primer, as lightest primer as you can get away with. That's what I want to say, I think, at least, because then you can really make them pop. And use a primer that stays sticky, so don't wait too long between the primer application and your eyeshadow. That's my preferred method anyway. The eyeliner. I like the eyeliner. It's a felt tip. Usually I use a brush tip, but it's a felt tip and I really do like it. I like the fact that you can kind of shake it up, and I will keep on trying it. I don't know if it is waterproof. We will find out. I live at the Dutch coast and we are having rain often, so I will find out. But yeah, so far I really like it. The mascara, I really like the mascara as well. Now there is just one mascara that I'm using, and that's this one from Essence, the Bye Bye Panda Eyes, because it doesn't mess with my falsies. It's a tube mascara and it doesn't mess with my falsies. I do feel that this gave me length and volume. Not as much as this, obviously. But I do think that I will really like this one on days when I'm not wearing falsies, which is honestly not often. But I also want to try it with my falsies. I like the fact that I can choose between a longer wand and a smaller wand. I kind of like that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep on trying it out. I do feel that it was a little bit of a drier formula, but maybe that is just me. And it's also because Essence is a very wet formula, and the Essence is the best when it has been used for a few times. What are they doing? I don't know. Was that everything? No, because I also have this, the primer, the lip primer from LA Girl. It's a matte base anti-feathering. It felt nice on the lips. And I just want to try it out with different things. I want to try it out underneath a liquid lipstick, for instance, underneath a gloss. I just want to try it out a little bit more, but I like it so far. I don't really know what to make of it just yet. First impression, it did not feel drying. I think that's the best way to describe it. Then this lippy. Yeah, honestly. Ooh, it smells very nice. I really think it goes with the look. It's kind of a pinky peachy almost. It feels very creamy. And I'm not sure if that's correct though, but it feels like the Kitty Cat is almost like a lip balm. I don't know. I like it. And I like the component. I will also keep the boxes because I am that way. So this is my final form. Thank you so freakishly much. You know who you are, for sending me this huge box of goodies. I cannot wait to try all the other things and to try the things that I tried today more. That was it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, leave me the bee emoji because we can. Yes. And then this is going to be it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're still here. And leave me a comment down below. Give the video a like. And have an amazing day, an amazing evening, wherever you are in the world. May your foundation always match your neck. Mine kinda does now. I think I got the mixing ratios a little bit wrong, but that's okay. I'm going to see you very soon in my next one. Bye, guys.